I mean, I think people have sort of recognized the difficulty of having a true fiduciary duty on the broker business, which is a commission-based model and has, sort of inherent conflicts in it. And so now people have sort of started talking about not fiduciary. You don't hear that discussion much anymore. It's all talking about best interest, having a best interest standard. But the concern I have with that is, well, what does that mean? Because, I mean, it sounds like everybody's sort of having a kumbaya moment. I mean, you've got SIFMA over here singing, best interest standard, kumbaya, and AARP. I mean, then you got on the other side, you got AARP, the Consumer Federation, all the people that are full bore fiduciary duty, also talking about a best interest standard. But if you look at their comment letters, there's a fair amount of daylight between what some on one side are saying and the others are saying. And so to me, there's a couple of sort of guiding principles that I'm hoping the SEC will keep in mind. And one is, if you're going to impose what you're calling a best interest standard on the broker-dealer side, it needs to actually make a difference. It shouldn't just be suitability with a different name. So I asked the question, basically, what would a broker be prohibited from doing under a best interest standard that they're now allowed to do under a suitability standard? And if there's no daylight between the two at the end of this rulemaking, then what was the point? And then the other thing would be that if you create a best interest standard, then that really ought to align with what your average person would expect if they're told that I have to act in your best interest. What does that mean to you? I shouldn't be able to say that and market myself as acting in your best interest and then give you a document that tells you all the ways that I'm not really acting in your best interest. There needs to be a sort of an alignment of the